popping off, boys.
Let's begin.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, let's begin.
Alright, I'm ready now.
Not funny.
Sorry.
All in one day's time, a group of adventurers have had their paths sewn into one another's. From the drunken half-orc to the imprisoned jester. Unlikely circumstances have driven these individuals towards one another on the shores of Lake Amriel. Then disaster struck. A meteor hit. The shrine erected upon the waters obliterated, and taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to be hit by the rubble. As if nothing could make this worse, as the smoke filled their lungs, a faint horn signaling a wave of savages bombarded their ears. As they cut through the waves of cannibals, they made their ways to the gate. As the guards dropped the yet, the adventurers turned back to see these savages dragging their own off the battlefield. Though not like you would carry a comrade.
That is so sad.
Delicious.
Somebody
So,
did it. Nice.
Can you remind me, where exactly are we in town now? We have just
You guys
crossed
are at the gate. The yet has been closed, and you hear the guards above still firing their crossbows down. And you can see through the yet. The savages are dragging their people away back into the forest.
Okay.
Can I really quickly, just because I can, is there a savage, if I go directly up to the Yet, is there a savage within 60 feet of me?
I would say so, yeah.
Eyes of the Grave, is it an undead?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
You guys look through the yet, and you see the bodies being dragged back into the forest or jungle, and the captain of the guard, or not captain, sergeant of these guards. He comes out from the what is the word?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Comes out from one of the rooms, unlocking it. He steps out.
Guardhouse?
Yeah, one
Where's
of
the
the room doors on the guard gates. Yeah, he closes it behind himself, and he walks up to Karfikser. He says, "Thank you, sir. Thank you for assisting these survivors. I can tell that you're a capable warrior. The way you handled yourself out there."
Yes, I am.
I thought you were going to be Russian. I thought you were going.
Just fucking dies.
I thought you were gonna be.
Really, is it Russia?
I died and come back as Russian.
I probably shouldn't have led this with the guy that wasn't here. The guy.
So this is surrounded by town's guard, and the captain just came out, correct?
Yeah.
The sergeant?
Yeah. The guard. One of the sergeants has come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to him and say, give me a moment to think.
Take your time. I'm still dying.
Hey, what the frick? What is going on over here? Who are those creatures out there? As I wave my hair back.
You wave your hair back again. All right. The guard looks to you. The rest of the guards, he kind of nods to go into the through the barracks and up the stairs. They all kind of disappear, going up to defend the walls.
I'm gonna sit there like, hello, asked you a question.
He steps up next to you and he says, takes off his helmet. You can see his face now. He's human. He says, they used to be citizens, but they're too far gone.
Okay, so what made them be used to be citizens?
One day, I'm uncertain if any of you have heard of it. The Day of Madness began. On that day, many people lost their minds, went batshit crazy. Insanity overtook them, and they began to mistake their own kin as food. All across the island, everyone began eating each other. Except here. We don't know why.
Were there other civilizations on this island? Were there other towns?
As far as we're aware, there's one other town that is substantial.
Before the Day of Madness?
Yes. It existed back then. It's, as far as we know, has not fallen, though it is not the prettiest of places. It's ran by a pirate. He founded it. He calls it the Scoundrel's Cove. Other than that, there are many settlements across the island. I imagine the Cromwell estate would be well protected. However, not much else would be.
So let me get this straight. We got savage cannibalists running around, and this is happening all at random.
I don't believe it's random. Something obviously happened. We just don't know what.
What I mean is, we've got random citizens of Glasdon succumbing to this derangement. Is that what you're telling me? Am I reading you right?
It's a bit of a generalization, but I do believe that you're understanding the situation correctly. I do not know, we do not know why our city was spared their fate.
Do you have
Fucking hell.
any knowledge of any protection magic that may have been cast on the area?
No, not that I know of.
It's the only reason I could think of.
The last great wizard that would be capable of casting anything like that died hundreds of years ago. In the Demon War.
What about anyone that may have died? Let me pull up the number in my notes. I pull out a little notebook, flip through it. What about anyone who's died 6 years ago?
He kind of stops and thinks to a moment, and he says, mages, they tend to want a quiet lifestyle, but they usually draw attention once they get to a certain power. I would know of any mages capable of doing any sort of ritual spell like that.
I want to turn to Varnagos, and I want to discuss something with him somewhat privately.
Yes.
Varnagos.
What is it? He walks over to you.
With fear of being overheard, I'll say, the name of the person that we discussed earlier today, before everything went all fiery.
Yes, I know the one.
Would you...
Varnagos knows the one.
Should I mention his name to this man?
He kind of looks over at the guard.
Or should I wait for any of my questions to be answered by you?
I believe it be safer to wait until I answer your questions. I do not want you to attract unwanted attention, though this man may be good in his attentions. I do not know where his loyalties lie, besides to this town.
I will trust your judgment for this time.
Yes, thank you for returning to my personal name. And he steps away, walking back over to Hedion.
Fuck, I forgot to do that. Oh, I'll just as he walks away. He walks away, and once he's walked away, oh, that's right, I forgot.
He walks over to Hedion, and he grabs him by the hand, and he goes, I'm going to take Hedion home. He needs help. And he walks down the road and with Hedion and disappears.
I'm going to turn to the group and say, so, you new here?
I've been here about 2 weeks. Oh, very, very short amount of time.
Oh. And you over there? Mr.
This is my friend Karfikser. I met him when Varn brought us to the bar. He claimed that he had just woken up there and he did not remember how he got to this island.
That last part again.
Oh, he would have remembered how he got to the island.
He remembers how he got to the island.
Yeah. He just woke up.
Da! I remember everything and nothing.
What does that mean?
It means that I remember everything, but I also remember nothing.
Okay.
I don't remember him to be quite this aggressive, but
I'm not.
Then again, I'm not good on good at picking things up like that.
Tensions are high. I get it.
Has the
But
guard
anyway.
left?
Huh?
Has the guard left?
The sergeant will look around and say, "Well, if you do not need any more from me, I'm going to assist my men up on the walls." And he takes his helmet, puts it back on, and walks towards the door. Anything anyone else would like to ask him?
Yes. Hey, Sergeant, before you go,
He turns his head, looks at you. Yes.
do you know a man by the name of... Who is the guy's name from my section of the...
You didn't ask.
I didn't ask. Yeah, you're right. Sergeant, have a nice night.
Very well. Steps through the
So
door.
when he goes up, does that mean there are no more guards around us?
The guards are all on the wall. You still hear them like knocking bolts onto their crossbow and firing down. Though it is slowing down.
If you all be so kind, give me one moment. I must do a little investigation. I would like to sneak into the guard shack where the sergeant came out of.
Oh, he would have locked it behind himself. Do you have any way to pick the lock?
Yeah, what you just said. Let me looky.
I'm gonna
I
have
have rations.
Giacomo. You have rations.
Yeah. Can
Maybe
that
if you feed the door, it will open.
count? I do have... yeah, maybe if I
Maybe
feed...
if you feed the door, it will open. You never know.
That wasn't that funny, but it just hit me. I don't know. That was good.
I'm sorry.
No, but my character probably wouldn't have known it's locked when he went up to it. So I'm just gonna I am gonna go and try and open the door and see if it's actually locked.
You walk up to it and you try the handle, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. You feel it like quarter turn and stop.
I will
Try
dig
the
in my
buzzer.
basket. I'll see what he's trying to do, and I'll dig into my basket, and I will pull out just a single piece of like straight metal that used to be a lockpick, but is now like rusty and bent. And can I hand that to him?
I
You
take
can
it.
attempt the roll.
I take it.
Great minds think alike.
I know what to do with this. And I
At
hold it up
disadvantage
against the
because it's
door.
essentially at
Whoa,
disadvantage
whoa.
because it's essentially garbage.
Yeah. Jesus, there's no buzzer. Jesus.
Okay, Tristan. What role would you like?
You can make a thieves' tools check, so intelligence or dexterity, with disadvantage.
Pretty much anything that I pull out of my basket is just complete garbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty funny though. I'll do dexterity with disadvantage. You say?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Okay.
That's because the treasure is all you.
So at 12.
Unfortunately, that won't open it. You're picking it, and you very nearly get it stuck in there, but you manage to pull it out.
You're not quite gonna get the job done, but I appreciate the consideration. Hand it back to him.
Then I'll have it back, thank you.
Come back here later though. I just got here, so I would like to get the lay of the land. If you'd like to accompany me, I have no problem.
Well,
Since you're another wood elf, it's nice to have another wood elf around here.
yes, it's very exciting. We actually, and we'll start to walk. Let me show you where our where the inn is. Is it an inn or is it just
Right, you said you're already
the
staying.
cold crab?
Yeah, the Cold Crab Bar is also an inn.
Okay.
So you guys,
I don't know if they have rooms or not at the Cold Crab, but that is where I met Varnagos and Karfikser. It's a terrible
Okay.
place. I don't think you would enjoy it. And I'll just start walking that way.
Very well.
I don't need much. Tristan, whenever the sergeant was speaking earlier, he mentioned pirates and something else. What? Can you go over what he mentioned again?
oh,
It was-
you mentioned
It was the Cromwell Estate, I think.
yes,
Cromwell.
Yeah, Cromwell's
mentioned
Estate
Cromwell
and the
Estate and
it's
pirates.
It's the Scoundrels Cove, he said.
Yes.
Okay, pirates and scoundrels cove.
Yep.
And the Cromwell estate. Now, what was he? Why was he mentioning those two things? I'm sorry, I just been paying attention.
Those were the two things that he believed would have not fallen during the Day of Madness, other than this village.
Gotcha. Let me make note
Yep.
of that.
And while we are walking, I will continue talking only to. I'm really paying all the attention to Rohan. I'm really not paying much attention to Karfikser or Giacomo.
Giacomo will be like trying to interject,
And I
Like
I just
making
keep
fun.
completely ignoring him. Varn, the kobold
moment.
that just left us.
Right.
He actually gave us a quest that he would like us to go on. He is looking for the piece of a circle of some sort that belongs to. He gave us the name. It was one of those names where it's like the scout, something, the person,
Okay. I think I see what you're saying, but not really.
But in exchange, he promised us some of the little metal pieces. The little medals.
Yeah, they're
The
called
little round medals that you give to people, and then they give you things back.
Coppers, yes, coppers, yes.
No, the ones made of gold.
The gold coins, right?
You don't know what gold coins are? I don't know what gold coins are, but you don't know what gold coins are?
I had to go through the port city near Belkos, but
Anyway, in addition, for the exchange of my work, he offered me information on a man named Boris Chamberlain, who knows about the Day of Madness and was involved at the time. He's long since dead, short since dead, only 6 years ago. But
what was his name again?
Boris Chamberlain.
Boris Chamberlain, not familiar.
If you are interested in discovering the secrets of this Day of Madness, or interested in the medals, I encourage you to come with us. He asked us to perhaps find other people, and I spoke with Karfikser, and he believed that also that more people would be of assistance in our doing it. So if you'd like to join us, we would be more than welcome to have you. And your friends here.
Oh, yeah, Guacamo. Hesitant to say friend, but I did save him from nearly drowning.
Oh.
But yeah, I do accept your welcome.
Oh, excellent.
That sounds pleasant.
What was the barkeep's name?
You guys find yourself outside the front of the Cold Crab Bar once again. The four of you, as you finish talking about that, that's where you end up. The barkeep's name was Corazar Stun. He's a half-orc.
So this is the Cold Crab Bar, is that right? So I wave my hair.
Yes, it is. It's most atrocious what these people have done to the forest.
Yeah, I can see that.
The sound is almost deafening of merriment, people excited to just be alive after such a explosive noise. Others very concerned as to why the talking about, the savages and how they attacked immediately after. Some of these people are convinced that it's connected somehow. Karfikser, as you step through, you hear a voice to your left. You turn and see a green dragonborn that you do not recognize. And he says, "Oh, so you're finally awake. How have you been? It was quite fun drinking with you last night."
Oh, I don't want to be in the middle of this conversation. I'm gonna take a step out and kind of let them talk together.
Okay.
We drank last night, you say?
Yes. You were quite a fine warrior whoever came to the drinking.
Yes, I was.
That's true.
I believe I defeated you in that battle.
What?
Yes. Shall we begin again?
Yes!
He wants a round two. Corazar, bring me drinks for me and my friend. Aala, as you see them conversating, you recognize this Dragonborn as the one you met a few weeks ago.
I remember him.
Aala, what are these two going on about?
I'm not sure.
Excuse me.
Oh.
He steps through. It's just Corazar. Corazar hands you a menu.
I think this is my first time in a bar.
I suggest the common wine. It's terrible, but it's the best he has.
Robbie, you see a group of 4 well-equipped adventurers step through the front door.
Look bloodied from the fight, by the way.
Huh?
They still look
Yes.
like bloodied from the fight. Okay.
They would be bloodied from the fight. No one's taken a bath yet.
Oh, did you see that a pitcher serves 5?
The volume of the space appears that it would serve approximately that person.
There's so many options here. I've never had this before.
Oh.
This is crazy. Old trout jokey. Velociraptor jokey.
The commercialism is a bit disgusting. But the concepts
How about now,
behind it
Robbie?
are sound, I think.
Hey, don't be so jagged.
Korzar kind of looks back down at you. Karfikser. Aala, are you just kind of staring at the situation?
I believe the Dragonborn, or maybe it was the bartender. I don't know which one it was. One of them has said hello to me.
Oh no, they were saying excuse me because they were walking through.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Then,
you guys were all like in the way whenever he called Korzar over.
we were given the menu, and now Rohan is speaking to me about it, and he seems very overwhelmed by the experience.
Which is a good menu, but this is amazing. Who would have thought of this?
I would have. Now, big guy, and I'm sorry I never caught your name. How'd you know mine? And he gestures over to the Dragonborn, and he goes, "Oh, I know everybody's name. Now, I'll take a gallon of ale," he says, and he looks to you. What are you starting with? A smile creeps across his draconic mouth.
2 gallons of ale.
Add 1 more to me.
Make it 3!
My God.
1 more to me. He's setting the pace.
Oh, this is absolutely crazy.
All right, Korzar, coming right up. May take a few trips. I'm sorry. And he steps back. He looks over at you, Robbie. Is that the form that you look?
No, I'm currently I look like a very pale-skinned elven woman, about 6 feet tall. I have really sharply pointed ears and very bright silver eyes with really bright golden hair. And the skin has like it's like a high elf from Skyrim, think more like that color, with silver eyes. With just a simple, layered, like padded leather armor that she wears. It looks a little worn, and she has a small hand crossbow on her waist. And she's just kind of looking at you guys, just observing.
Korzar.
You see she has a journal in front of her, and a small writing utensil on top of it, and a glass of ale.
Okay. Korzar walks up and he goes, "You move from the table. Is there anything I could get you, Missy? I'm about to be hands filled with a lot of ale."
No, dear, I'm fine. Thank you.
Dear, okay. He steps back.
Oh, look, they have Velociraptor stew. Can you believe that?
I don't think I've ever seen a velociraptor.
Me either. How do you even spell it?
One of the acolytes at what would the Temple have been of that I worked at?
You would have been at the Chapel of Amriel.
One of the acolytes at the Chapel of Amriel told me that this island is populated with velociraptors. They are small, large reptiles, depending on your perspective, with very sharp teeth.
They predators.
Yes, but mostly like a scavenging predator. They're fast and they're going to take down anything smaller than them. Like us.
Oh, they're bigger than we are.
Comparable.
Tell me about these Velociraptor creatures. So you tell me they sharp claws, very quick, agile. What are their feeding habits? Where do they like to roam?
I become distracted for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn back to him. I'm sorry, what were we discussing? It appears that woman over there is staring at you.
And it's like hard staring. I don't give a shit.
And you may be staring at me too, but I'm telling him, like,
Yeah.
she's staring at you.
of look in the way that Aala is facing. I mean, like, whoa.
And you appear to be an elf, right?
Yeah, I look like a very, very beautiful elven woman with clothes that don't really match, if that makes any sense. Like, my clothes are pretty worn, but my features are spotless.
Awooga.
No. I'm not saying...
That's what I'm implying.
I'm just
You
listening
guys-
to the conversation.
You guys see Korzar, like, make it through the crowd, just barely, with 3 mugs, and he goes, I'm gonna have to go back for another round. And he puts three large mugs, like gallon-sized mugs, in front of you. And he goes, I guess have at it.
He's got a lot of mugs. Oh.
He goes, I'll be right back, I gotta get more.
Speaking of
Sorry.
speaking of jugs for days, that woman is staring at you.
They're not that big, okay?
Oh. At me? Maybe she's
I'll
staring
give
at
like
you.
a little half wave and a little half smile.
Oh, she's looking right at us. Hi. Oh shit.
I'm not gonna say anything back. I'm just gonna keep looking. I'm smiling at this point. Just
Did you say there was a girl looking at us?
Yeah, I think she was looking at Aala.
I will-
I doubt
her
me.
get up. You see her get up and walk back to the table and kind of sit down and just kind of give you guys a little, like a very smooth gesture that means come sit down. And she gestures.
Oh God, she's so pretty.
Giacomo,
I'm glad this is happening. She has that effect on people. God, did you really say that out loud?
I'm sorry.
So Giacomo, he pulls out his marionette, and you see him tinkering with it at the counter, and then finally he pulls it up, and it's an exact replica of what Robbie looks like at this moment. And he goes, I think you should come sit with me. Like over to you, and goes, mwah, mwah, mwah. Like at you, Ryan, at Rohan.
God, that's so fucking weird. I love it. I'm gonna go. Oh, come with.
All right.
Come on, yeah, we're gonna go sit, right? With
I'm going to say out loud, I'm going to be like,
elf.
don't be afraid, come sit down, I don't bite.
Oh, she's speaking directly to us.
I'm yelling at you guys from across the room.
Giacomo sits right
okay.
next to you.
Oh, hello.
Hello there. He's like
Karfikser,
doing this.
you busy?
It looks just like me, that's odd.
Yes, it's just like you.
I wasn't
Hey,
that
I'm
okay.
you, but a miniature one. That's with the marionette.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, that is insane.
He goes,
look at
watch
it.
this. And he just shreds it apart and puts it back together, and now it looks just like Rohan.
Oh. Good job! I don't like dolls myself. I grew out of that when I was a kid.
Who are you calling a doll? And he fucking rips off some of the things. Now it's got its own little look, and he goes, if anyone should be called a doll, it's you, doll face.
Oh, he has attitude too. I like this one.
Mmm.
Karfikser, are you joining us at the table?
Probably a minute.
They're
Oh,
both
wow.
like downing these mugs. But
There aren't enough chairs for your little dragon friend.
if you leave, it's automatic forfeit.
Nah, I'll never leave. Not till one of us dies.
Okay.
Or
Oh.
is not.
Blah, blah.
All right. I'll count Karfikser out. Let's go have a chat.
I'll lean into Karfikser and I'll put my... No, I won't put my hand on my shoulder. I don't want to touch him. I'll lean towards Karfikser and I'll say, don't worry. I won't let you die.
Thanks, mate. I don't know why I said mate there.
Just like those savages, I won't let you die. I'll turn to Rohan. Are we going?
He's already there.
Is Rohan's there?
Yeah, Rohan already walked over.
Oh, I thought that was him in the corner. I was waiting for him, and then I follow Rohan. So wherever Rohan was, that's where I went.
So, hi, I'm Rohan. This is Aala. We're both wood elves, and we see that you're a high elf. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this place, right? Crazy.
It's terrible.
Very smooth. My name is Evelyn. It's nice to meet you.
The whole time, Giacomo's moving the head of the marionette, looking at whoever's walking or talking, and he's ignoring it.
What's
He's
your name?
just staring forward.
I said, my name is Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Evelyn. With an L, dear.
Yeah, so I said.
Good. You
So,
all look, I'm sorry. You all look awfully bloodied, and I can't help but be a small bit concerned. Was something going on outside?
Oh, I think Aala could tell you a better story since he's been here longer, but
When you say Allah's name, you see she writes down something in her journal just really quickly and then looks back up at you.
right. Doing some, is it like a daily journal or?
It is actually, yes. A private thing of mine.
Robbie, if you want to, I can make a private note that only you can access.
That'd be cool.
If you would like to. Okay. I'll
Later.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it later.
I recently began journaling. I was given a journal when I arrived at the chapel. I only used it the one time, though.
Well, I find cataloging my adventures helps me remember them more clearly.
Oh. I just remember them.
She kind of smiles and she's like, that works. Good for you.
Oh, Aala, like this is probably weird to ask since we're in the norming stage of this friendship, but how
Are we friends?
I mean, I think you've been nice to me.
I thought
So,
you all were friends when you came in.
Oh.
I mean, we're let's be honest here. We're just two wood elves in a strange place. We got to stick together, you know.
That's a good point. I don't know if I've ever had a friend. 250 to answer your question.
Oh wow, you are considerably older than I am.
How old are
That
you?
is quite old.
I'm
He drops off
20.
the rest of your meat, Jesus. Continue.
Actually, out of character question, with elves, like, would the age of 20 be like a baby to an elf?
Let me tell you.
That's pretty young.
Let me tell you how elves aging works. They get an adult body about the same age as a human.
Oh.
However, there's this thing with elves. When they're younger, they have dreams of the Feywild, and they're very, very vivid. And as they get older, they lose those dreams. They lose most of those dreams, and they aren't just dreams; they're straight up visions of their previous life before they were ripped from the Feywild.
Oh my God.
As they get older, around the age 100, they stop having those dreams so frequently, and that's why elves that are like 700 years old are just so bland and boring. It's because they haven't seen those dreams in forever.
Wow.
And once an elf is old enough and they're about to die, they start seeing those dreams again.
Interesting.
Yes.
So to give you a better answer, I'm about 101.
Oh. You have much time left. You should
Yeah, that's a way to think about
I
it.
consider that a blessing.
I mean, you're only 250, so you got plenty of time.
Can I tap the bartender on the leg as he walks by and go, "Excuse me, dear.
Oh, what is it? What can I get for you?
Would you mind if I got another pint of ale?"
Of course. You want a pint, right? Cup.
A pint. Well, I have a few guests here now, and I assume why not be a little hospitable?
1 gallon coming up. Hopefully, I don't lose it all.
No, try not to.
He heads back behind the bar.
Gallon of ale, thank you.
Of course.
Jesus, how many? You ordered 3 gallons of ale?
Jesus.
Subtract 6 silver pieces from your inventory.
Illegal.
And you can see in Evelyn's glass, she hasn't even drank half of the cup she already has. Appears to be taking it very slowly.
And Robbie, subtract 2 silver pieces from your inventory on D&D Beyond.
Okay. On D&D
Okay.
Beyond.
Yeah, because that's where I keep track of all y'all's inventory and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Where's my character?
put my hair back a little bit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the head.
You're on your 2nd gallon right now, Karfikser. And the Dragonborn across from you, he's sitting there. He's about halfway through his 2nd gallon. Just glugging it down, and finally he looks up at you. He's kind of like moving back and forth a little bit. And he goes, "What brought you here? Yeah, I don't know what got you here. Everyone, they're so willy-nilly about how they get here. What got you? You never told me last night."
So I walked outside around this tree stump to go just take a whiz.
Go for it. You notice that like there's torches and stuff lit. You can see this house over here. The windows open, and you can see that there's like a study that someone's like working on notes or whatever there.
Okay, like someone's actually in there.
Yeah, someone's actually in there. I just don't have a token there.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick whiz and I'm gonna take a look around and try and see what I can find.
I gotcha. Looking or stepping. Can you not move your character? Okay.
There we go.
You look to your left and you see a bridge crosses from the 2nd floor of the inn
That's cool.
to the what you presume is barracks. You see a guard standing on top of it, kind of looking down. He sees you and gives you a wave.
With wiener in hand, I'm gonna wave up.
He realizes, and you see his face turn red, and he just looks away.
All right, I'm gonna finish peeing, and then so we have the wall to the north. Barracks. I like how you add the shadow of the bridge. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do it while I walk back. I'm gonna actually walk back the way I came.
There's just 2 guards chatting here by the lamppost.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna walk to them and say, "Hey, you two. You mind if I ask you a couple questions?"
They like turn around and look at you. Oh, I'm sorry. I've never met you. Sure. Shoot. What can I help you with, citizen?
Just kind of new in town, but
Oh, visitor. We don't get much of those.
hey, it seems so. But anyway, yeah. So about velociraptors. How do you find those here? Because I saw the menu at the tavern, and they have velociraptor stew. What's that about?
Velociraptors. They're quite savage little creatures. They're out in the jungle all the time. If you wander around out there, they'll find you. They're quite deadly. Be careful about them.
And you said in the jungle to which direction?
All over.
All over.
If you wander around those jungles long enough, they will find you. The other one chimes in, yeah, nah.
Interesting.
Be careful. We lost a couple men a while back. They were traveling to Hythe to see if we could maybe locate some missing people. But
Traveling to where, you say?
Hythe.
Hythe.
Yeah.
Is it H-I-F-E or H-I...
Oh, that's H-Y-T-H-E.
The Y's.
Hythe.
I was looking for the Y's.
Yeah.
And you said missing people at Hythe.
Yeah, a handful of them went missing around there. We think that the savages have gotten to them, so they're probably gone.
Yeah, those savages. That was definitely the surprise earlier tonight. But tell me, if I were to bring you velociraptors, dead or alive, would I perhaps be rewarded?
One of them
Flick my hair back.
He looks at the other one. He goes, the first one that you were talking to. He looks back. He goes, the town. No one's paying for them. There's actually talk of an open bounty going on the savages, but there is a bounty over by the west gate. There's a message board there with several other jobs. Someone there is they lost someone recently, and they want their revenge on these lost raptors. So you could maybe take a look into that. Maybe get into contact with that man.
Sure. I mean, that seems like a good place to start. So I appreciate your time, your kindness, and until next time.
Very well. Take care, traveler.
Bye.
Oh, the guards aren't dicks. It's awesome.
Oh, hello. You almost got lost up there.
Jesus, did you say anything to the green dragonborn?
I did not.
Okay.
I just
All
said,
right. He goes, so you're just not gonna share anything about yourself. Okay.
listen, there are certain pleasantries that aren't made for the table. That story is for another time, not for here. But just know, I came here like most others, lost and looking. And what I have found is something I shall stay with.
What you found is a shithole.
Aye! But it's my favorite shithole so far.
And I turned Irish because he drank so much.
He goes,
As you do.
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Burp it out if you have to.
He goes, you win. He swings through the door and you hear just outside.
Poor fella. I hope he's okay.
Jesus
a
on the
lot of
soundboard.
I'm glad you love it.
You notice as he left, the table you were standing at got a lot lighter, or darker. I mean,
How?
Huh?
looked like the light source was coming from him. There's no candle on the table or anything.
Oh, he was glowing?
You're just kind of realizing it. Yeah.
He was a dragon.
I was a glowing boy. 2 boys go up to the table. 1 boy leaves the table.
I'm gonna say your character's pretty drunk at this point.
Nah.
I have a whole system, but I don't feel like doing it tonight because otherwise you guys could end up ending the session based off
just-
that rule.
Sings his favorite song. He stands up and starts going, Roshia Shovenia Nashadar Saveria.
Oh my! What did I miss? What is going on?
The 3 guys drinking at the bar next to you, they kind of look over. Oh, fucking hell. Got another one of them. And they just go back to drinking. Alright.
I want what
Jesus,
he's
do you
having.
stay there, or do you rejoin the group?
I'll wobble over with my remaining ale.
So before that, while Ryan is gone and before he comes over with the ale,
Yeah.
there'd be like a long silence once Ryan leaves, and I guess whatever Giacomo's doing, but for the sake of, I don't know what he's doing.
Giacomo would probably just be making fun of you with his marionette. You and Robbie.
I would say to Evelyn, I would say, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 156, I think. Last time I checked.
Oh, all right.
I stopped having the dreams long ago.
Are we friends?
Are we friends? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
I've only just met you.
All right, that's what I thought.
You see Giacomo turn it into like a little bit more of like a playful coloring on the marionette, and he was like as you said, are we friends? He like finishes it, and he's just about to start doing like a little act, and then you go, we've only just met, and he just kind of puts it down in defeat.
I'm gonna say, I mean absolutely no disrespect. I'm slow to trust, especially when you have a profession like I do.
That's fine. I didn't think so. I just wanted to check.
All right.
And it's just sort of like awkward silence the rest of the
Yeah,
time.
I'm just quiet. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Because like I'm not really a conversationalist, so I'm not going to converse with her unless she starts talking to me. And if she's not talking to me because I made her feel weird because I'm being weird, then all right. And then
Giacomo will occasionally try and break the silence, but like if you were to tell a joke,
I do have a question. Why are you here? Like, what brings you to Glasdon's Landing?
oh
There's a lot of refugees here, you know.
well, the world is ending.
What?
When he says that, I walk in the door.
yeah, Karfikser would be halfway there now, stumbling.
Alright, I'm ready for them drinks.
What do you mean the world's ending?
I believe if that goes the way that it's been going, we probably only have a good 50 or 60,000
Oh, you
years
mean
left.
with the wars? The wars.
You finally see Karfikser leaning up against the wall, and he looks down at the table you guys are at, and he pushes himself off from the wall and collapses into the chair.
Wars, infrastructure, these terrible dark magics people wreak.
You don't think you're interesting? That's all I'm gonna say.
So all I
came
heard
here-
was the world ending.
I came here because there are strange things going on this island. And I think I'm going to put a stop to it.
Really?
Yes.
How?
That is a good question.
I would be
think-
most impressed.
I think I must think about that for a while. We're still gathering information. Are you familiar with the Day of Madness?
I am.
That. We are. Would you actually come on a quest with us?
I'm gonna like look around and be like, a quest.
There's a little blue man that has information, and in order to get the information from him, I have to get him part of a circle.
Dear, you are very forthcoming with information, but it's kind of off-putting. Are you trying to trick me into something?
No. I'm not a trickster.
You see, she's like really considering you, like, what's this quest? I do need coin, admittedly.
I think he had coin for whoever we get to join. I have no interest in it, but the information is what I'm here for. We have to speak to... Did you figure out that guy's name? I don't have that guy's name still.
Oh. Varnagos? Or what
No,
are you
not
talking about?
Varnagos. The guy that Varnagos wants us to go get the little piece of a circle from.
Yeah, the quest says Magath Threadspeaker. It's a Goliath. He's a member of the Savages.
There is a Goliath by the name of Magath Threadspeaker. He has an item that this little blue man that we met wants. This little blue dragon thing.
So you're a courier.
I don't think so.
If you look at your quest log, you should see in progress Varnagos' proposal, and you can reread like what he had said.
Okay.
Hythe. We're going to Hythe.
Oh wait, I can reactivate. It was 120 gold pieces that he was offering
In total or for each person?
in total.
In total.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is
you're
the-
level 1. Don't get stingy.
Is that the amount you tell me?
I don't tell you anything about that. I just say that there was some gold that was offered because I guess he thinks that's a
How much
motivator.
gold?
You'd have to ask. I don't pay attention to things like that. You'd have to ask Karfikser when he arrives. It looks like he's stumbling his way over here now.
I'm going to look down at him and be like, how much gold did they offer you for your job, dear?
You would know 120.
Me?
You would. Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
pretty good
Jesus.
intelligence.
The 100.
And you would be,
What?
it would be split amongst the four of you if you were to
Oh,
join
of
us.
course.
Nah.
I'll tell you what, if you can promise me a cut of whatever the gold amount is, I'll help you. I have nothing else to do.
There's also a coupon for Varnagos' shop involved in the rewards.
Aala, did you mention Varnagos wants us to go to Hive?
Yes.
Well, oddly enough, I just overheard from a couple guards on the block that there's some people missing from Hive due to velociraptors. You know, on the menu.
Yes,
So maybe.
I told you about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Velociraptors.
And they told me that velociraptors are hanging up around Hive. So.
I have a little bit of experience hunting, if you want help.
Oh, absolutely.
Well.
What are your specialties, Evelyn?
I
Karfikser here is good with hand axes.
I just point to my hand crossbow.
Oh my.
I prefer not to get too close.
Are you a sneaky sort of person?
Oh, it depends on what you mean.
By the way, he would have returned with the gallon of ale, by the way. I forgot to mention that. He would have returned a while ago.
So much of it. Here, pour me a cup. Whoever has the pitcher.
He hands out mugs.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pour me
He doesn't
another
hand one.
nutty duck. Nah.
He doesn't hand one to who?
I was going to say, he doesn't hand a mug to Karfikser, because he's got a gallon in his hand he's drinking out of.
Even though I just met you all today, it seems. I mean, I'm having a pretty good time, so cheers to that one.
Vrages d'Averdier!
You see Giacomo, he takes his cup and pours it down the throat of his marionette, and it just spills off the wooden mouth and just flows onto the marionette's chest. And while he's doing that, he's going like he's fucking like he's drowning. He goes, "What'd you do that for?" And he goes, "I'm sorry. I just wanted you to have your own drink." No, it's not fun for me to drink. You know how I get. All right.
This tastes terrible.
You just have to drink more till it tastes good, huh?
I'm kind of siding with Aala on this one. Ugh. This tastes a
If
little
you
terrible.
value your liver, I don't recommend it.
Slobby!
Karfikser, you want to finish this for me?
Sure!
Jesus.
Nah.
Roll me a history check.
Nah!
Ooh. Yo.
Nah.
Okay.
It's been a really fun session so far.
Yeah, I dig it.
I think this is like one of the more smoother RP sessions for a first campaign, like
Yeah.
introduction we had.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think this is probably one of our best, smoothest bar sessions too.
Yeah, absolutely. Tristan has done a really good job. I really appreciate the detail he's put in.
I think the other one is when we did the Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Was that-
I think so.
Robbie, was that
Yeah.
you that played the
Yeah.
Sniffer Bluffin?
No, I played a gnome.
Yeah, was it
I
Tiny?
grew. That was my power. Yeah, Tiny was
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah. Weren't you? It
He
was
was
a
dead
dark,
now.
Underdark gnome, right?
Yeah, I was a deep gnome. He worked
Yeah.
for Strahd now.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Strahd mind controlled him, and then Strahd was like, "Hey, haha," and just keeps controlling him over and over again.
Salud.
As time's going on, you see person after person kind of begin to leave the bar. It's getting later in the night. Most of the groups are gone. This tangent, just a handful of people alone at the bar and one table with two. Corazar comes out. You guys have been chatting for a while with one another. He steps up and he says, "So was everything good? Everybody have the fill on my ale?"
Everything was wonderful, dear. Thank you.
I've had my fill, but it wasn't good.
I'm pretty satisfied.
Below the dwarves, blah.
I'm not understanding a word he just said, so I'm assuming you're having a good time.
Some sort of foreign language.
Very well, maybe. Well, are you all from around here, or do you guys just get here?
No, I'm fresh here. My first day.
Mine as well. First day here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Interesting.
Don't remember how I got here, but I'm here. That's all that matters.
You don't.
Well, I've got room. You need. Got 6 vacancies. No one's staying in right now. We don't get too many travelers, but.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure. How
no
many?
beds.
How many pieces of metal for that?
Gold, you mean?
Yes, that. Thank you.
Of course.
Each of my rooms are about 5 silver pieces
Oh.
for a night. You guys
You
can pay for this on a weekly basis, and just add it to your weekly upkeep, or you can pay for it each time.
And I think we intend to leave tomorrow for Earth, wherever. Earth's.
Height.
Yeah. I'll pay for a single night. Yeah. I have 10 of these gold pieces. I don't see any silvers, but
I've got change.
Oh,
Don't worry.
okay. So I just give you 1 gold for 5 silver. Is that right?
Yes. That's how conversion works. I'll bring 5 silver back for you. I'll
Well,
be a
hold
change.
on. I thought it was 10 gold pieces. 10 silver for a gold.
Yes, but it costs 5 silver pieces for a gold.
Oh, we're getting
Or for the
2
room.
rooms. I'll take a room to my own if you wouldn't mind.
Civilization is
Of
so
course.
bizarre.
Alright, so
I'll deduct this 5 silver. I'm gonna take my
points
own
to
room.
the 2 of you guys. Just you two? Just you two getting rooms? Anyone else need a room? Giacomo typed. Or his marionette raises his hand and then he lowers it, and then it raises his hand and goes, "We'll take a room. 1 room for the 2 of us. Actually, I want my own." He goes, "No." And he puts his hand over it and he goes, "Just 1 room, please." And he's very serious in that moment.
Aala, you shouldn't want a room. This is my first time really trying it. This is kind of fun.
No, thank you.
Understandable. Wait, before we go,
Yeah.
what tribe were you raised in? If you don't mind me asking, Aala. I don't think I have.
I was a small tribe of wood elves, the Olofarin.
Sorry, say that again.
The Olofarin, a very small tribe. I doubt you would have heard of us.
The Olofarin?
Yes, Olofaren.
Okay, cool. Olofarin.
I traveled from there to the continent of Belgos, from there to here.
Oh, so you're quite the traveling lot. Well, my tribe, we didn't travel.
While they're
By the
doing
way-
that, I'm gonna turn to the gentleman who came up to us and go,
Mhm.
Sir!
What? You're getting a room too?
Serbesterja Gresprimevzo, yes versa veziada.
Oh my god.
Common, damn it! What?
Sir, thank you for your Gosta Promeveto. Yes, vert checkout time.
Checkout time. Well, I would like you out by noon, if you intend to stay for just 1 day.
Sure, that can be arranged.
We will be out before then. We are traveling tomorrow, and we'll take a somewhat early start.
Very well. So you buy a room, Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay, subtract 5 silver pieces from your inventory.
Okay.
Okay. I'll I come from the clan as Olmod or Amlod. Amlod.
Would they be, Brian? Would they be a notable thing? Would I have heard of them?
Probably they're like a local group of hunters slash like rangers. So they would have been local to a specific region in southern Belkos. So
Okay, so then no problem. No,
yeah,
they're
probably
going
not.
out then.
Yeah.
And where are they
No.
located?
Southern Belkos, kind of near the port town of what was the port we would have left, Tristan?
Beach Strand.
Beach Strand.
Yeah.
We're kind of close to Beach Strand, but a couple miles away.
So you were not born in the homeland?
No, actually, no.
Hmm.
I was not. No, I was born with me mother and my sister. Actually, was my father around? And my father. And my father, my mother, and my sister. But I left them behind to kind of travel on, do my quest, the Great Quest, as they call it back in my tribe.
I see.
But it's curious that you're a traveling tribe. Never heard that before.
Oh, of the Oliferan, we're a very, very small group. And the majority of us do go out really just trying to do the goodwill and save the world. It's ending, you know.
Oh, really? What makes you say that?
The great evils across this land and how the other creatures behave and how they treat the land. I'll just around the building, cutting down perfectly good trees, that kind of thing.
Corzar returns with y'all's keys and hands them to everyone that got a room.
When he does, I'll say, Corzar, do you happen to know where we could find Varnagos? Where I could find Varnagos?
Varnagos?
Where his house is? Yes.
Oh. He doesn't live in a house. He lives in that little shack. He keeps it in the stables here.
Oh, excellent. So he's very close.
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Actually, he's sleeping out back right now.
Oh, good. I have to have a word with him.
This moment.
No, I'll go find him. Don't worry.
I'll be honest with you. You would not like Varnagos when he's tired.
That's
like
fine.
a rabid animal.
I appreciate your honesty.
All right. Well,
It's so hard to
your
find
funeral.
these days.
The back door, or the front door to the stables is open. You're more than welcome to attempt to wake him. Good luck.
I will. And I apologize for any noise that occurs when I do.
Well, I think this is the start of a good friendship, Aala.
Thank you.
I'm not sure the same believe the world's ending, but I do see where you're coming from. And I do value nature as well. But it seems we grew up in two different environments. But with that, I'm going to bed. Cheers.
You can head up the stairs. It will teleport you.
Did Corzar tell me which room to go to?
He would have said once you got up the stairs all the way down to the end, first door on the right.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to this door up here at the top of the stairs. Do I hear anything?
Oh, right there?
Yeah.
You hear a yawn on the other side of it.
Sleepy boy in there. I'm gonna keep moving on. I'm gonna also come out here and listen between the two doors and see what's going on.
You don't hear anything here. However, at the end of the hall, you hear the sound of like someone just messing with wood and like moving it around again, over and over again, moving the shit around. And then as you're kind of alarmed, you realize, oh, it's just Giacomo.
I've got a feeling I know who that is in that room.
You hear a repeated bumping sound
Yeah.
coming from one of the rooms?
It's like just bumping sounds as he's
Now,
fucking with
I understand this is the first one on the right. I'm gonna go down here and hear what's going on in these two rooms.
That door, both of those doors are locked.
Okay.
You stand there and you can, the one to your left, you can hear like a draft moving through.
Uh-huh.
The one above you, it is silent.
Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the and just go in here.
Alright.
Oh, so this is in living. Interesting.
You have a chest there that you can store things in. If you were to stay multiple days, that would make sense, but otherwise. Don't
I'm
worry
gonna lay
about
down my gear and kind of get like my my elf namaste going on. You know what I'm saying? Get like nice
Yeah.
and relaxed. Got my bed in like the Indian position. And just start kind of like.
it. Start your meditation. Gotcha. All right. Everyone that's downstairs, what's going on with y'all?
I would also stand up
Mm-hmm.
and turn to everyone and go, Spojkjo novici! And then I would look at the lady.
Evelyn.
The new one?
Yeah. What would you say, Evelyn?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. And I go, Yana, vertuya, Debbie. And then go to bed.
What?
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 I'm going to look over to Aala and I'm going to go, I didn't think I got your name.
Allah Strakodrath.
Straphograph.
Strakratrath.
I'll just call you Aala. How about that?
Most do.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna leave my pint there, and I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna walk up the stairs, and I'll be like, "Where are we meeting in the morning? I assume I'm helping you with this mission."
Right down here would be suitable. I anticipate that we'll have to go wake Karfikser up.
Well, good night then. I'll say.
All right.
I'll
And I'll set the meeting time of like 8 or 9 a.m. 8 a.m.
Okay.
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
No.
Where do I go?
Oh, you are going to be in the first hall, last door on the left.
I'm gonna close.
You can
my
lock the door behind you. You can also not. It's up to you.
I'm not gonna lock.
You just leave it open, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the floor.
You're sleeping on the floor.
I just pass out right on this blanket.
That's not a blanket.
That's
That's a
a table.
fucking table. It's a The bed's here. You can fall asleep right where you are in the fucking doorway.
I fall asleep right there.
You just collapse in the doorway. I'm gonna have you like
My
that.
hand is sticking out of the doorway.
Yeah.
So it looks like if someone walks by, they just see a hand on the ground sticking out of the doorway.
All right, Richard. What are you doing?
I don't want to take up too much time, but I have a multi-part thing I would like to do.
That's fine.
So first, I will head out back where he said
Okay, go out through the front door, and it's going to be the first door at the stables.
I will enter the stables.
It is dark in here.
I have dark vision. I don't care.
Yeah.
Where is
You
which
can-
door?
You can see through most of these. There's nothing in any of them, but you do see a cart in the top left.
And I would recognize the cart as I helped him move it from the hole that he was stuck in.
You would, yes.
Okay, so I'll go to that one. I will.
You open up the door and you
Yeah, I'll
see
just
like on the cart there's this really honestly it almost looks like a large cat bed, and Varnagos is laying in it like wrapped up in like a little circle, almost like a cat.
Is Hedion in the room?
Hedion's not in the room. Varnagos brought him to his house.
Oh, to Hedion's house.
To Hedion's house, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So I will go to. I'll go. Excuse me.
He's like up in the air at this point. Go on.
Excuse me, Varnagos.
No. Don't chew with your mouth open.
Varnagos, I need to speak with you.
Varnagos has manners. Leave the man alone.
I have matters as well. Varnagos, please. I require but a moment of your attention.
Finally opens his eyes and he looks down at you. He goes, Why do you wake me?
I need you to tell me where Hedion lives.
You wake Varnagos. Something as menial. It's looking for the burn victim. Can't it wait till the morning?
No, it cannot. What seems menial to one person may be the most important thing in the world to another. So please.
He grips his soft bed. And he goes, head to the port. Last house on the left with an orange roof. You can find it on yourself. And he puts his head back down, not like closing his eyes the entire time, and lays back down, curling back up into a little ball.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I just want you to know, tomorrow morning we'll be setting off to go to fucking Hearth.
Yeah, whatever.
If there's is there anything we need to know beforehand that you haven't already told us?
He's probably not going to give it to you willingly.
He's gonna use his poison dragon breath at you in a second.
All right. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. No, this is Varnagos, little blue kobold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a kobold. He doesn't have a dragon breath.
He curls back up.
And he's alone, so he can't use back decks.
No, he can't. No, you're right. No,
All right. So I will go ahead and I will leave, and I will shut the door, and then I will go to Hedion's house.
Okay.
Second, is there like a foresty area within the fence of the city wall?
There's a there's a decently well-forested area at the chapel.
Okay, excellent. And how close is that to the port? How close is that to the port?
It's not far.
Okay. Then I will go first.
A minute walk.
I will first go to Hedion's house.
Yeah. Okay. You head to Hedion's house.
And I go ahead and I knock on the door.
Okay. There's not an immediate answer.
I will continue knocking.
Thank you, Jesus. You hear like someone kind of like shuffling towards the door. Who is it at this hour? And they open up the door. Hello.
I am Aala Strakadrath, and I request a meeting with Hedion, the one known as Hedion.
Hedion's in no shape to talk to anyone.
I am perfectly aware of his condition.
He's trying to sleep.
I assure you this is of the utmost importance.
Roll persuasion check. I hope this is as simple as, are you okay? Are you?
How are you?
Natural fucking 20.
All right.
Oh, nice. She rolls her eyes. She goes, Husband, someone's here to speak to you. She opens up the door, letting you in. And, you see before you, Hedion's kind of laying in the bed, charred as all hell. He looks awful and in terrible pain. Who is it? Who goes there?
I am known by the name of Aala Strakadrath. You may remember me from earlier today.
Aren't you the cleric?
That is
from
the
the
case.
chapel?
I was previously with the chapel. To myself, though, the world is a chapel, and all the trees within it.
Are you the one that saved me?
I did.
Why?
Many feel the same as you, that you now have an affliction that you cannot bear to live with. I myself am a little more open-minded.
Do you know what it feels like to have your eyes boil in their sockets?
I can't say that I do,
I do.
but I trust that the Leaf Lord, he of the many branches, will open up an opportunity in your life.
I just want to die.
I
You
understand.
took that from me. And his wife starts crying.
I did. And but I may not be the one that ultimately gives you what you need. That will come from salvation. And I predict a great future for you. I predict you will be a great individual, known in the history of time.
Stop with your preaching.
No?
I'm
I'm
going
not
to
preaching.
live a life of suffering. Because you saved me.
You will suffer
I
for a
should be a
time,
pile of ash beyond the walls.
and the world would not be better off for it.
So you say.
He's gonna come back in like 20 episodes and fucking stab you when you're sleeping. And then he's gonna keep you alive. And we're gonna have to go find you.
Vanessa, escort our guest out of here.
I will. I have not addressed the matter that I came to discuss with you.
Well, then get on with it.
I will come for you tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. There's someone I'd like you to meet, and I think that it would be in your best interest if you are to have the life I believe that you deserve.
Are you gonna have a meet? I'm curious.
We're playing a game, man. This is a game.
Roll a persuasion check.
Go put him into. Look at that dog.
Look at that dog. We got 2 dogs.
That's a cute boy.
You see both dogs?
Oh,
You see Jesus' dog.
23, 19. This is happening whether you want it to or not, Hedion.
Fine. Meet with me tomorrow.
I'll be by at 8
Let me
o'clock.
sleep for the night.
Absolutely. And I'll turn on my heels and I will leave immediately.
All right. As you exit the door, you hear it lock behind you.
All right. So then I go back into the woods. I honestly probably have a preferred spot by this point, and I will go back to my preferred spot and I will sleep for my 4 hours.
Okay.
Then I wake up and I go back to Hedion's house. Well, no, at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. At the scheduled
Okay.
time.
I thought you were going at like 4 a.m.
No. Do you want me to roleplay me sleeping and then
No,
hanging out in the town for 4 hours?
No,
Okay.
it's just you're like, I'm gonna sleep for 4 hours and then go back to Hedion's. So I imagine you'd be there at 4 a.m. or something.
And I'll say you said I was extra tired to begin with, so I'll even say I slept for like 5 hours. But
Yeah. Okay. So you get there around like dawn.
yeah, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Yeah. An hour before I'm supposed to meet my friends,
Okay.
and I will again knock on the door.
The woman Vanessa once again opens the door. Oh, it's you.
I returned, just as I said I would.
He tossed in pain most of the night. I believe he's still awake. You'd like to speak with him.
I see a bright future for you, Vanessa. I know this seems like the end of the world now, but I believe it will have a happy ending.
I just don't want my husband to suffer anymore. If you
He will
can,
for a time.
if what you're saying is that you can maybe assist him, then please do what you need to do. She opens up the door and lets you in. Hedion's kind of like out of it. He's exhausted, but awake, in pain. What is it,
Hedion,
Vanessa?
This is all Strakodrath.
Oh. What do you want? Did you
Just
bring
as I said,
someone to
I-
meet
okay.
with me?
No, I'm taking you to meet with someone.
Do you...
You've already agreed to it. Please come with me now.
Alright, fine. He manages to get up, and as he gets up, you see a stain of red on the bed beneath him, as his skin was kind of, burnt and shit. So it had bled and left behind a very pussy mess on his back in the bed.
All right, I gave him a cure wounds yesterday. Would you like me to? Do I need to give him a cure wounds today?
He'll survive. It's just he's disgusting.
And then I will go ahead and lead him back to the chapel of Amelia. Is that right?
Amriel.
I'll head him back to Amelia's chapel.
Okay.
Based on what I know, Father Ricardo's schedule, would he be in his quarters right now, or would he be in the chapel?
He would be preparing for morning ceremonies.
Okay, so then I will go ahead and head to the chapel. I will enter the chapel first.
Okay.
I will enter the chapel. Where's Father Ricardo?
He's all the way at the other end.
Okay, I will run to the other end. I will guide him to the other end.
Aala.
At what point does he see me? Am I like halfway in the chapel?
He sees you when you open the door.
And I accompany him down there.
Aala, what are you doing here? I told you were fired.
I told you would see me tomorrow. And it's tomorrow.
I told you not to come back. You hear Hedion go, I'm sorry, what? Did I get out of bed for this?
Yep. Pretty much. And I say, I did not intend to come back. But then I felt a calling.
Well, we aren't calling you. We don't want you here.
It is not you that does the calling. Any man of faith would know that. Have you come across Hedion previously?
No.
I will gesture to Hedion.
Wait, Hedion? Is that
Hedion.
you? Hedion, kinda, yes, it's me.
Yeah, I do look like beef jerky.
I do look like beef jerky now. I do.
Yesterday, after I left, I was involved in the attack on the town of Glasdon's Landing. Hedion, unfortunately, was on fire, and I preserved his life, doing what little I could. Additionally, it has been brought to my attention that you may be a little short of staff here at the chapel. There is very little work that this man can do now, and yet I know in my gut that this is where he's meant to be.
He looks at you and looks at Hedion, then looks back to you and goes, I mean no offense, but Aala, you aren't burnt to a crisp. You have your eyes. You are capable of most normal things a normal individual can do. Hedion is a miracle. He's not going to be able to do what you could do, and what you could do was so below par that I don't even want to think about what Hedion can do. Apologies, Hedion. He goes, untaken.
I agree. I do not insist to claim that there are tasks that he could perform. Yet, let me ask you a question. What god does he worship? I would know this, so I'm asking outward.
He would worship Palor.
If this had occurred to you, this damage, would Palor still speak to you?
Well, yes, Palor would still speak to me. It's his light that guides me through each day.
Is it a light that you can see with your eyes?
I can, yes. You can see Palor's light. Everyone can see Palor's light with their eyes. Every time they step outside in the morning sun.
Except for this man, apparently, by your argument.
No, he cannot, actually. His gift of sight has been taken from him. And therefore he cannot share in the glory of Palor's rays.
So he is condemned by your argument?
If Palor willed him to see, then he would have his eyes.
And how can you know that is not Palor's plan? Palor acts with immediacy? Or would it be true to say that occasionally the will of Palor is not known at first, and time has a way of unraveling? Could you not make the argument that this is the first step on the path that leads to this man getting his vision back? Or a healthy life? Or a healthy anything?
Palor does not make mistakes. Roll a persuasion or religion check.
Can I kill this guy in his sleep? The burn guy, to put him out of his misery?
You might be able to. Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to turn him into a cleric. I'm trying to give him...
Imagine, a missionary saves you and then now you need to believe in God.
No, my ultimate goal here, I'm trying to get him into some sort of thing where he can be a PC, a player character, and he can somehow get blind sight or some sort of familiar that he can see through or something. There's that. We're trying to build up a narrative here.
Okay.
Natural 20. Come on.
Damn it.
Palor does not make mistakes.
Wow.
This will happen. I got a 20, a 19, and a 20.
Oh my god.
He looks at you and sighs. Aala, he gets 1 week. He gets 1 week to show that he is worth more to me than you ever were.
With that, I will turn. I will leave the building. And before I exit the door, I'll turn around and I'll smile and I'll say, certainly, he will do better than I. And then I'll close and leave.
You can go ahead and leave now, and don't come back. I don't want to see you here again. Slam. He says it as you're walking out, you know?
Yeah. I'm gone.
Alright.
Took a little longer than I hoped, but it was good stuff.
Okay.
I'm amazed by those rolls.
Yeah, I am too. There goes all your good luck.
Wow.
That's fine. I used it wisely.
Go ahead and do a long rest for your characters in game. Richard, you gain a inspiration.
Thank you.
There you go. He's like, that's what I wanted the whole time. Finally.
All right. So you guys group up.
Do we?
I would assume so. It's the next day.
Are you sure you want to continue this?
Yeah, I would. I would love to. Mr.
Okay.
Does Karfikser
Hour
sleep
late.
in?
Mr. Hour.
I was never late. I think there's someone. Oh my god. Man!
Jesus.
Oh my god. They're gone. Sorry.
Continue, Ryan.
Is there a mirror in my room?
No. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna, after getting out of bed, I'm gonna kind of get dressed again. I'm gonna take out a special cream from my pack and start getting my hair styled up again.
Mm-hmm.
And do one little flick and get ready to head out.
I gotcha. Do you guys stop at the bounty board on your way out of town?
I do.
You do?
Well, hold on. Who's with who right now? Are we all together?
Yeah, you guys would have all grouped up at this point.
Oh, okay.
You guys did a lot of RP. I mean, I'm trying to...
As I walk down the stairs in the morning, I'd have super bags under my eyes, and I'm putting my hair into a really long ponytail. And I'll just sit down pretty ungracefully at the table.
Good morning.
Richard would be the first one there.
Morning.
I will
Slept
come
wonderfully
after.
last night.
Oh, I didn't.
I walk up the steps. Hi, hello, good morning. How did everyone sleep last night?
Splendid.
Like shit.
Well, I guess we only have elves in the room, so I guess sleep isn't really our nature. But yeah, you look a little rough. What's going on with you, Evelyn?
Yeah, you certainly had more than enough time to get your time filled.
I have bad dreams sometimes. It keeps me up.
Of the Feywild?
I have a vivid imagination. I've seen a lot
Fair
of
enough.
things, you know.
I've stopped dreaming probably about 2 years ago. But hey, it's whatever.
If you're talking about the Feywild dreams, I don't mean those. These are a bit odd.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just here to enjoy them now. So, where is Karfikser? Is he still out in the upstairs?
You
Where
hear
are
me
you?
snoring in Russian.
I think
Snoring.
we should
Yeah.
probably let's go force him out of bed. I think we need to force him
Okay.
out of bed.
Yeah, I agree.
You guys head upstairs and you walk around the corner and you look at the end of the hall and you see an orcish hand laying outside of a door on the ground. You assume it belongs to Karfikser.
Surely he's not dead, right?
I will thaumaturgy the hand to make it birdsong first.
What?
What?
I produce the sound of birdsong. Birds singing.
Okay. His hand produces the sound of birds singing. Jesus, how do you react?
I dream deeper.
What?
Pleasant.
I cast it again. Now it's a faint growl.
I'm gonna lean over to them and I'm gonna be like, "Why are you playing with this hand?"
I'm trying to wake him up. If he
I'm
doesn't
just
wake
gonna
up
walk
soon-
over. I'm gonna poke him in the cheek.
I wake up in Russian.
Yeah.
You wake up in
Time to go,
Russia.
dear. You have a very musical hand, and it's time to go.
I know, thank you. And then I stand up.
But yeah, I would like to take a peek at that bounty board on our way
Okay.
out.
As you guys walk back towards the front gate, the gate that you guys had the battle at earlier, you guys head to the bounty board that the guard had spoken about. And as you guys are like rounding the corner, you guys see a shack is kind of set up like in this little like dirt plaza. It's kind of like a slummy kind of area of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a goblin sitting at the table there. There's no product with him, but he's just sitting there by his lonesome on a little chair.
Does he have a weapon?
He does have a weapon, yeah. He's sitting there though.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's the quest board at?
The quest board is that blue one right above you.
Oh, it's right in front of me. Wow.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
And
Anything interesting on it?
as you walk over to it, you find that there's three, like, other than like old missing posts or missing people's bounties and stuff, like to search for people. Richard recognizes a handful of them as people that services were made for, so they're old, dated several months ago, probably cold leads. You do find three new bounties on the board.
Rohan,
Yeah, go ahead. What's up?
I'm gonna point to this one that says "man-eating monsters."
Oh, wow.
Do you see the name on that one?
I actually have to change one part of that name, not the last part. Go ahead, Richard. As you guys
but
were.
The person I'm talking to is not there.
Oh. Richard, or Jesus, what do you think about these quest logs? Are you reading them over?
Yeah, I thought that they're definitely quests.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. I'm gonna point to the one that says reclaiming our minds and be like, I'm pretty good at taking things back. We could do this. And then the other one was what? Man-eating monsters here? I'm going to look at it.
Karfikser, did you happen to get the name of that Dragonborn?
You did not.
What Dragonborn?
The one
He
you
doesn't
were
remember him again.
the one you were drinking with last night.
I don't think I drank last night. I remember I was there at walking around with the guards, and we went to the bar. And next thing I know, I wake up to beautiful bird on my hand.
If we had known, we could have been collecting these necklaces from the previous fight.
This is very new. It says in reaction to the recent.
I see. Yeah, I agree. I think that this reclaiming our minds might be something we can do right when we
the
get back.
thing that interests me is there's no gold amount stated, so we might be able to convince them to give us a little more. Could be more worth our while, and perhaps a good connection as well. With the man-eating monsters, looks like that's just the city guard. But I'll go with whatever the group chooses.
Yes, I think if we shoot for the
Why is that guy moving? What's he doing?
He's just walking over.
Okay. Keeping an eye on that motherfucker.
maybe we'll run into velociraptors on our way to the place that the name I can't remember for some reason.
Hythe.
Yeah, Hythe. I just have like a mental block on the name Hythe for some reason.
Fine.
Hythe.
This guy.
I typed it down, so it should be good.
Hypothetically.
This guy walks up to Karfikser, and he goes, Where did you get that armor?
Do I know where I got this armor?
Yeah, you know where you would have gotten it.
Where did I?
Backstory stuff.
Is it the original armor I would have gotten from joining the army?
Yes. You look like a man in need of someone that can carry his things.
I am a man in need of nothing.
But I believe all of you could benefit from maybe a little help from Mabel. Little someone to follow you around. Do whatever you wish.
And what? Pick our pockets while we're not looking? No thank you.
No. Only the finest slaves from the Coalition.
Up until you said
Yes.
slaves, I agreed with that. I too have someone that follows me around and helps me when I need help. Call him the Leaf Lord. He of the many branches, the great oak.
Your Leaf Lord is nothing but a sham. If you guys want some real help, I'll be sitting out here. No one here wants anything. No. No one here pays.
Are you alright?
No.
You awfully grumpy.
My frigate left me here while they went to drop off the slaves out at the Yonti's place.
Which frigate did you work
slaves?
for?
Hmm?
I said, which frigate did you work for?
Gezulgosk.
Interesting. Alright. That's all.
What's it to you?
Oh, I'm just curious. Don't
Hmm.
worry.
It's gonna roll an insight on you, just to see.
You want me to...
You roll a performance,
Okay, what am I trying to
or
understand?
he's just trying to see, like, he's trying to understand why you had interest in it.
Oh,
He's just confused. Even if he
Performance
succeeds
or
it, he's not going to get
deception?
much information.
performance or deception?
It's your choice. Either of them would work.
Doesn't matter. 9.
9. Fine. I understand just curiosity. He goes and sits back down at the stand. If you're ready to buy someone, let me know.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Are you a mercenary? Or will we be buying your assistance?
No. You'd be buying the assistance of one of the many slaves that we Coalition have made.
Oh,
We're the best at breaking. These men and women, even children, they've all been broken. They'll do anything you want them to
I'm
do.
gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, do the gods know you're here?
Yes, we have a permit. And he sits back in his chair.
Insight check.
Sure, roll.
you know people can never truly be broken.
He's telling the truth.
19. Okay.
That confidence that crept across his face, he's telling the truth.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be like, alright. I'll look back to the thing.
100 gold pieces a person.
You know it's wrong to sell slaves.
Makes money. I don't judge your life.
Just said, don't judge me.
I think
Makes money, don't judge me.
we don't have the money now, but I think yes, we will come find you someday. And purchase a person from you.
Well, I like that you went and added on that last bit. I was about to be threatened.
No, not yet.
His eyes narrow at you.
I won't say anything.
This guy's from the Coalition. He's a slaver.
Okay, I got
He's
that
trying to
part,
sell
yeah.
slaves.
The goblin, right?
Yeah, a goblin sitting at the
Okay,
table.
But we were last time about the man-eating monsters that we wanted to talk about to be Aala. I guess Aala, we were trying to point
Yes. So I need to open it again so that I can see it. Give me a moment.
Augustus Chamberlain.
Yes. Do you recognize the name there? Augustus Chamberlain?
I think you were telling me about it yesterday.
Well, Boris Chamberlain was the person that seemed to know about this, and I wonder... I mean, obviously this is a relative.
Ah, I see. Oh, about the about what's going on at Hythe, or are you talking about something else?
I'm working for Varnagos so that he can tell me more
Varnagos.
about Varnagos, so that he can tell me more about Boris Chamberlain. But if this is a relative, perhaps after our quest with him and after we find out the information, Augustus may be someone to look into.
Ah, so you're saying not only can we find out through Varnagos, but we can find out through Augustus.
Yes, I think it's most important that we help out Varnagos right now.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me read the bounty real quick. In reaction to the recent by the Korea Baron Augustus Chamberlain, we call able-bodied mercenaries to accept the challenge of claiming the lives of as many of these savages as you possibly can. Okay?
I think that if we fulfilled the bounty on this quest, we wouldn't actually meet the Baron.
True.
I'm just acknowledging that there is a Baron named Chamberlain that we should look into.
Sure.
Forgive my ignorance, but why are we helping this Varnagos person?
Well, you said you would do it for gold, and
he gave you that quest. I see.
I will do it for the information on the Darkest Day, or that's the Pokemon. The night of the Day of Madness.
Varnagos' quest is in the in progress
Oh
tab,
yeah,
Robbie.
I see it. Okay.
Okay, here, let me, can we just take these off the board, or?
Yeah, you can take all 3 of them. If you take all 3 of them, I'll put them all in progress.
I'll take Dangerous Talons and Reclaiming Our Minds.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Mines is the ones I like, and then Dangerous Talons is probably what we're going to do when we're on the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
All right.
what? Which one are we doing? Sorry.
The one you suggested, and also the one about the Velociraptors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go clear out the mines? Interesting. We should meet that lady then. Whoever that gave us this quest.
Yeah.
You can meet her in the evening.
Yeah. So we gotta figure out something to do until evening because it's still morning time.
We gotta go to.
Okay. Let's
Heath.
let's take care of Varnagos first, then we can do the mine next. Is that alright?
That sounds good.
Cool. Oh, give me like 5 minutes. I need to go forage for some things, some supplies, and then I'll be right back. Tristan,
Yes.
in like a certain amount of time, I like to go out in the woods and like try and craft some arrows.
Okay. Give me a percentile check.
54.
Roll 1d8.
Hey, 5 extra arrows.
Yeah.
So-
You add 5 arrows to your inventory.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Roll me an additional percentile.
30 or 3. Oh,
3. Nothing happens.
Damn it.
All right.
My character is gonna go back to the bar.
You're getting off.
Yeah, he's a sleepy boy.
All right. I'll talk to you later, Jesus.
Bye,
I'll-
Jeezy.
Good night, my friends.
Good night.
It'll do.
Good night.
Oh, are we ending the session here? I mean, we should probably play with everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
Yeah.
fine with calling it here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can call it here. That's fine. This is a good session.
Her walking by my side lifts my spirit up with every single stride.
That's a nat 1.